Hello everyone, it's me, Henry Boxstall. Welcome to my channel, Troubleshooting with Henry. Today's episode is part 2 of different countries, different customs. As I discussed in part 1, traveling is full of new experiences that you may not be used to. In order to be prepared, it's useful to consider what some of those differences might be. Customs around food and drink can be different in unexpected ways. For example, in France, people don't walk around with takeout coffee cups or water bottles. This is a very North American thing to do. It's customary in France to stop and sit in a cafe to have a drink. In North America, it's quite normal to drink alcohol at sporting events, even to excess. Whereas in Spain, you can still drink, but not to excess, as it's frowned upon to be intoxicated in public, and in some places, it's illegal. Travelers will most likely find eating and drinking in other countries quite different from what they're used to. If you want a more authentic eating adventure on your travels, try to avoid the really touristy spots. These are easy to recognize. Normally the decor is not in line with other restaurants in the area, and they're usually full of tourists. In countries like France, Spain, and Portugal, the average temperature can be quite high by midday. So it's customary to go home for lunch and have a rest afterwards. The midday meal is something to enjoy, not to rush through. Many businesses close from noon to 3 p.m. This may be inconvenient for tourists, but it's a well-established custom that goes back many centuries. Adjusting to the heat means that many restaurants and shops stay open well into the evening. People stay up later at night to enjoy the cool air. They go out walking and visiting with the whole family. It's not unusual to see young children out socializing with their families and friends at 11 p.m. My traveling companions would be going to bed, and things were sometimes just getting started outside. Families walking together, fireworks, or even live music. If you like to go to bed early, then this might be another reason to pack earplugs. Be careful where you choose to picnic, especially when traveling in a city. Look around and see where it's acceptable. Some places, although there may be benches, are not considered acceptable eating spots. For example, around certain statues and monuments, it can be considered rude or disrespectful. Keep an eye out for where the locals are having picnics and go there. Shopping in different countries can also be quite an adventure. There are many very busy open markets with vendors selling all sorts of things. Some vendors are legally set up. Some are not. Some of these street vendors may be less reputable, with little protection for the shoppers. Another thing to remember is that these busy markets can also be an opportunity for pickpockets to do their thing. So it's important to keep your eyes open and your wallet in your front pocket. There are the super cool but unlicensed parachute vendors in Madrid. They display their goods on big pieces of material with cords attached to each corner. When the police come, the vendor quickly pulls the cords tight that gathers everything up, and away they go with what looks like a parachute full of their goods thrown over their shoulder. Remember that vendors are highly skilled at pressuring you to buy things. It's okay to say no thanks, no merci, no gracias, no obrigado, and move on. Though most countries do have traditional department stores, it's far more interesting to visit open markets where local goods and crafts are displayed and bargains can be found. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe below. And as always, special thanks to Johnny Flynn for giving us permission to use his beautiful music. Happy travels!
Is waiting for you.